Hello, Mark.
Hello, Simon.
Mark, on your profile you describe yourself as an integrative psychotherapist. Can you tell us what that actually means?
I can have a go at telling you what it means. I think it's a term that a lot of people use, a lot of counsellors, a lot of psychotherapists use, and I think it's also a term that is perhaps not well understood because there's confusion between being integrative and being eclectic. So my way of thinking about it is that to be an integrative psychotherapist means to be able to move between different psychological or psychotherapeutic languages, and it doesn't just mean cherry picking, so I'll try a bit of this and then I'll try a bit of that, but it's actually thinking about and closely working with the client and attuning to the client how to best help the client understand what's going on for them, their condition, their place in the world, how they do relationships, what language might enable them to position themselves in a cultural context, for example, in a religious context, for example. So many variables in this. It's all about how the client is in the world. And from my perspective, it relies on the capacity to be able to formulate, so come up with an understanding of what is going on a psychological level with the client, and to be able to then work with the client in such a way that we can hold a collective language together of this is what's going on, this is how they can understand what has happened to them. And some of this is rooted in pure science, such as, for example, if somebody is having a panic attack, let's say, or finds difficulty in managing panic attacks, well, that's physiological. What happens in a panic attack happens in the body rather than in the mind. So then I would be drawing on an understanding of human physiology, the autonomic nervous system, perhaps working with that client in order to better manage how they experience their emotions and can contain them in their body, for example. And if we're talking about past experiences, and often in relationship we find that we repeat past relational patterns, then it can be very helpful to take an analytical approach combined with an attachment theory approach, for example. An analytical approach would posit that the past repeats itself in the present until we've been able to resolve trauma, resolve what we might call unconscious processes, unconscious experiences. And attachment theory, I think, is a very interesting theory which talks about how we have relationships with ourselves and with other people, and also how we manage our emotional state, and it maps neatly onto neuroscience. So I suppose what I'm saying is where we can conceptualize together with our clients an understanding of what's going on from different perspectives, using different languages that each add some value, then I think it gives a very solid position for us both to work from.